Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
it was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, man, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, that's what's happening with Indianapolis Jets. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, I'm still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then come out and make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers of wide receiver Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go. Howdy ho, howdy hey, how the hell is everyone?
How you doing, fellas?
Anthony Gaitor in the house, former Buccaneer defensive back, current Florida International assistant coach, quarterbacks coordinator, DBs coordinator. That is Mr. Anthony Gaitor. How the hell you doing, brother? Long time no talk.
I'm great, my brother. How you doing? I appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah, you've had quite the busy off season. Well, you were never really in an off season. We'll get into that here shortly. You were a man with a lot of good stuff coming your way, brother. So I'm excited to tune in. But thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you, my guy. Anytime. It's a blessing to be on the show, man.
Yeah, still got you right up there behind my head. It's a little hard to see the light shining on it a little bit, but Mr. Anthony Gaitor from his Bucs days back there. So we're here celebrating 50 years of Bucs Ball, talking about his time with Jacksonville under Liam Cohen, a familiar face, and so much more. Jayla, what say you? Welcome in, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for coming on, Coach. Congrats on everything going with you, with Jacksonville and all that. I can't chop it up, talk some football with you, man.
Yeah, well, definitely, man. Let's do it.
And Zach, of course. How the hell are we doing?
Doing great. Excited to talk with Mr. Gaitor a little bit this evening and see what he's been up to. And it's always a good evening when I'm hanging out with you fellas.
Well, definitely. I appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, it's a pleasure to be on here with you guys, man.
Yeah, we're with the great Anthony Gaitor here on the Buccateers Live. We got a great chat going. Dude's a monster. Welcome in. Richard T. Happy birthday, brother. It's his birthday, so that's pretty cool. Anthony Gaitor.
Happy birthday, my guy. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Not every day you get a happy birthday from a former Buccaneer, so that's really cool. Gifted himself a Wirfs jersey, and then he got hurt. Anthony Gaitor, real quick, did you see the Tristan Wirfs news today, my friend?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't see anything. What happened?
He actually is going to start the year on PUP, the great Bucs offensive lineman. It'd probably start the year on PUP, not definitely, but likely to miss at least a handful of games to start the year. Never good when you're all pro left tackles missing time. But, you know, Anthony, you're used to overcoming injuries. When you're in the NFL, when you're in any type of football league, coaching, playing, whatever it might be, and you get one of these big-time injuries, like a Tristan Wirfs to the Bucs, that's mammoth, right? That's, you know, one of the biggest blows you could face. As a coach, as a player, how do you adapt? How do you rally and say, hey, we got to keep our cool and keep chugging here, just like the Bucs have to do now to start 2025?
It's one of them things that you be prepared for, but when it happens, you're like, oh, man. But you know that come with the game, the sport of it happening. And that's why in the offseason you try to, you know, bring guys in the depth wise, just in case something like that do happen, you be prepared for it. But them guys got good, you know, rehab therapy over there where, you know, they'll take care of them good. And pretty sure, he all pro guy, he been through trials and tribulations already to get where he at. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna overcome that. Nothing might just a bump in the road, but I think from an organization standpoint, you do try to prepare for that in the offseason. That's why you try to go get the depth, just in case something like that do happen.
Yeah. So on that, you know, this did happen in training camp or before training camp, so it's a little bit different than in game. So can you talk a little bit about as your experience as a player, what it's like to know that, you know, you're going to have to maybe fill in for somebody in advance as opposed to it happening mid-game and now you got to get, you know, you're just thrown, you know, into the fire. Can you tell us a little bit about those two different scenarios?
Yeah, I mean, you know, for the most part of the guys who in the NFL, they kind of know the aspect of it, man. As far as opportunities, you got to be prepared for each and every day. Even when you're not starting, you got to prepare like a starter because you never know when the opportunity going to present itself. So I think for the most part, the guys who, you know, been there and understand the sports part of it, as far as, hey, I got to be ready when my opportunity presents itself. Just got to be ready, and here go an opportunity for the next guy to step up and, you know, be that guy. You know, as you know, that's what they brought him there for, to be the guy. So it's a great opportunity for the next guy. But I think, like I say, I think that's where the leadership and just the depth and the brotherhood come from. Just helping. Then he helped his guy get going.
No, great stuff, Coach. My question is transitioning from coaching the college DBs at FIU to getting some experience up over in Jacksonville. What's it been like coaching from college kids to the pros when it comes to learning in Jacksonville?
Oh man, it's a similar, but you like I say, more fast paced. You got to get. You better know it. You better know it. And most of them guys kind of understand the business part of it, but just, you know, the up-paced tempo, the business side of it also. I mean, college even coming to the business side, but the professional side, the pro side of it, just got to be ready to go right now. You know, more than college, more development up there. You better be ready to go.
Coach Anthony Gaitor joins the show, a well-traveled man, well-respected man throughout many levels of football. We got my family wishing you well, saying from Tonesboro to you, Mr. Anthony.
Tell them hello.
Yes, sir. My mom, my dad wish you well as well, brother. You know, got a wedding coming up. Hope you can maybe make it down, but we'll talk about that.
I'm waiting for the big day, man. Welcome to the club.
I know, man. One of those things. I don't know if I'm.
Congratulations again, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Olivia, if you're listening, cover your ears for the next one. No, I'm kidding. It's all love. Thank you.
I have nothing to do with that one.
No, yeah, exactly. Anthony's only here for the good stuff. But speaking of good stuff, Anthony, you did get that experience with Jacksonville this summer. How was it with Liam Cohen? Obviously, familiar face in Tampa, was a high-prized offensive coordinator last year, had a ton of good things to do in Tampa, and now he's in Jacksonville as a lead man. How was it kind of getting to learn from him a little bit? Did you have many opportunities to talk to him, coach with him? How was Liam Cohen in your experience with him?
Well, we all know he's an awesome coach, but most thing about him, he's an awesome person, man. The guy's phenomenal, man. I mean, the way he, I like how he run the organization, the way he connect with the guys, the players over there. Just, letting guys be themselves over there. I think is, like I say, he's an awesome guy himself, but just to sit around and from an offensive standpoint, how they run things, how he thinking, it was a great opportunity, man. Like I say, see it from another position view and just continue to soak that up so I could get the knowledge when it's time for my turn on the defensive side. But it was awesome being around that, and I was grateful and thankful for the opportunity. But that's an awesome guy, man.
Yeah. Can you tell us what your opinion is on the NIL? Like, you're seeing that, you're in that every day. You got to deal with that. Do you view it as a positive, or is it negatively affecting the game in your opinion?
Oh man, I have my days with it. It's all good until you in that position. But the hit on that, man, I think everything you do, anytime you're making a big decision, it comes with the pros and cons. And you just got to see which one, if the pros outweigh the con. I am all for it, and this is why I'm all for it because especially if a program are making money off a person, they should receive some compensation for it. I get that part, but I think it should be earned more than just given, proven. Like, once you prove yourself and you earn it, I believe in earning things you want in life, not just being given to you. So I'm all for it, man. I think as long as you earn it, I think you should get what you deserve for putting the work in for your work ethic. But I just get crazy when guys want other guys, type of NIL when you haven't did what that other guy had done, and that's where the issue come in at, and that's where I have a problem with. Well, not a problem with, but that's what I think is just out of hand. Like, man, we all here. You should know where you fit at when it comes to NIL. Are you a slaughter? Are you a second screen, third screen? If it's slaughtered like that, I think it'll be better handled, and that way guys can kind of know where they stand at with it. So I'm all for it, but just having some type of rules and requirements, instead of just free ball game.
No, the awesome stuff, Coach. Back to FIU, this coming season, I understand you guys hired a new coach from last year. Is that correct at all?
Mm-hmm.
How excited are you for the season, getting ready, going in there for FIU? I mean, do you feel confident in your defensive backs going into the season?
That's Willie Simmons, by the way, Mr. J-Lo.
Willie Simmons. First of all, Willie Simmons is an awesome guy, man. Another great person, phenomenal coach. We all know that, winning coach, but great for the opportunity he gave me to come back, retain me. But man, I'm so pumped for this season. But we all know we got to put the work in. We all know that, and that's where you have to stay level head with this thing here, because new head coach, new guys, everybody is excited, and sometimes you can lose focus when things like that happen. So yes, I think we all excited to see what the future holds. From the guys we brought in, the players we brought in, from the portal, they saying things like that. So they want to see them guys what they can bring to the table. Got some big time guys. So I think we all excited about it, but just got to stay focused on the mission. Understand? Everybody at this day and age, everybody talented right now. So what gonna separate us and put us to the top? What the work we put in. So we all excited. I'm excited about it. And defensive back, I mean, can't wait to see them play awesome. Guys coming back, I can't wait to see them play. So we all gonna see, man. Time to tell. And like I say, we all excited for this season.
You helped lead FIU, once again, Anthony Gaitor, FIU defensive backs coach, joining us, former Buccaneer from 2011 to 2013, also spent time with the Bucs at 14, CFL champion. The man does it all, but Coach Gaitor, you guys have a ton of fun games on your schedule this year, including at Penn State. That's going to be a fun one for you guys, getting to go play the Nittany Lions. You know, yeah, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to watch it. My two favorite college teams going head-to-head right there. So either way, I'm happy, man. Either way, we are happy. So that's going to be good stuff. But Coach Gaitor, you guys also play a couple of other fun, like at UConn. That's a really fun one. Home against Florida Atlantic in a Florida battle right there. So very fun times ahead for FIU. I think a bowl game could be in your guys' future this year for sure. And you helped lead the defense to being one of the best pass defenses in the country last season, not only in your conference, but in the country for Division I college football. You guys finished top 20 in so many statistics. It was pretty insane. How did you have that much success into coaching these kids up? I know they have a lot of talent as well, but what do you do as a coach to say, hey, this is what I do to get these cats game day ready? I mean, top 20 pass defense in 5-6 categories, pretty damn impressive, especially coming from FIU.
First off, you Penn State your team too?
Yep, they are. But don't get me wrong. No, I am. I might go to the game. I don't have.
I got some tickets for you, dog. Come to the game.
Wow.
Can't say no now.
I cannot pass that up.
We all can come. Everybody can come. If y'all want to come, I got you. Just come to the game.
There we go. That's gonna be hard to pass up.
So, but to say that though, Tom, oh man, it comes down to really the relationship with them players, man, and that's what it comes. No, the trust factor. I think anytime you have success in anything, especially in a team sport, is 50-50. From the player to the coach. And being straightforward with them, being honest and demanding the best out of them every day, I think them guys appreciate that. And that's why you see it display on the field. And the work that the guys put in. And a lot of them guys are just determined. They just determined wanting to be the best. And I just tried to instill that in them and show them the steps I took. That's by example. And just demand the best out of them guys every day and let them know that it's going to be hard. I mean, if you want to play at the next level, this is the requirement. And they get it. They understand it, and they want it. They want it for themselves. So they make it easy for me a lot because, like I said, I don't have to do as much. But they just phenomenal kids, man, that come to work, every day, and when they don't, they have each other to feed off to get them going. So, I mean, I know you can say the coach and this, but it's mainly them wanting it as bad as they want it, and just try to help them get there.
Yeah. I think what you said there is real important. I think coaching by example is really important and impactful for these, for any type you're trying to teach somebody something. Can you maybe tell us how that affected you in your career and somebody that made that impact and what you took away from it?
Yes. Even when I playing before I was in college, and I hung around guys, the Chad Johnson, Antonio Browns, and Gino, a lot of Levante Davis, a lot of them guys, that fed off one another. We fed off one another. Yeah, and like I say, for the older guy like Asante Sama, showing me the ropes and showing me what it was going to take for me to get where I want to get at. So I'm just giving it back what somebody did to me. So, and I know how much, coming from a guy who playing it right now, I mean, you all ears right now. I mean, who will be a better example to get it from? The guy who's doing it right now, doing what you want to do. So, yes, that's where it came from. Them guys installing that into me and giving me the game, and I'm just passing it along, what someone did for me.
Awesome stuff. Quick question, Coach. When you were in Jacksonville, did you ever get a chance to get to see Travis Hunter and his ability? I don't know if you kept up with him in college at Colorado. I mean, what do you see out of him, as a top pick? Do you think he'd be really good at the corner position?
It's really real. It's really real. I mean, that's basically what I could say. And That's what it comes down. It is what it is. That's what he is. He's that guy that we see on TV. And like you see it with your own eyes, you know, you want to see it in person. When you see it in person, like, okay, nothing else need to talk about. That's what it is. I mean, phenomenal guy. But another thing, another guy, you see a type of guy that big time like that, very humble, very people person, you know, great energy, you know, have that great energy, like attract people to him. That's one thing you mean. Coming from a high profile guy like that, man. I mean, phenomenal, man. Great guy.
Speaking of high profile, FIU has had a lot of high profile guys in the past, like yourself, Coach Gaitor. We're live. If you're live on YouTube with us, hit the like button, subscribe, turn that notification bell on.
But hit what's up, baby? That's my guy right there. We gotta tell him we gotta get him on.
TY, that would be awesome, man. How was it?
On too. We gonna get Hippolyte on, then we gonna get, but we have to get Hippolyte on. All right, we got to.
Yeah, hey, whoever you want, brother, just let me know. And
next time I get on, he gonna be coming on together.
Yes, sir. Hey, you got it. Coach Gaitor knows best. So whoever you want, my friend, we'll make a little laundry list, and next time you hop on, we'll get him on.
Let's go. Because he another high guy, you know, from South Florida, Liberty City area, you know, won championship as a head coach. He's been a head coach at, I think 5 years. He was at Florida. He coached at Florida, coached at Miami. So he been in this college thing for a minute at a high level also. So he gives some of that knowledge and spit it to you.
You guys are just a spitting fountain of knowledge. You know, you guys just don't stop. Speaking of fountain of knowledge, Mr. Coach Gaitor, you had the honor and privilege, as we are celebrating 50 years of Buccaneer football this year. Now Olivia joins us. Hey, guys, Gaitor, you're the man. So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know, better that she joined now than before when we were talking. No, the good stuff.
Okay,
Trisha,
we're gonna get TY on too. We'll get TY on.
And Coach Gaitor, you had the honor of playing with another great. TY is a great. If we got on TY, that would be amazing. And you got to play with the legend. Just explain how it was suiting up, playing next to a Hall of Famer in Rondé Barber. Day in and day out, you got to play next to the guy. How was playing next to Rondé Barber? Since we are celebrating 50 seasons of Bucs Ball, let's give a toast to the great Rondé.
If he hit us, I just want to let him know I still have his cleats he signed for me. But it was a pleasure, man. I mean, as I played, some of my style kind of came from him, kind of mimicked him too. So I used to grew up watching this guy, and for a guy when I first got in the league to see him, as a vet, take me under his wings. I mean, you don't take the moment for granted at all, because he didn't have to do that. Especially probably 10 years plus in, and I'm just coming in. He could easy go the other way. I mean, to sit down and be that guidance for me while I was there, and like I said, I don't take them moments granted. So that's my guy. We all know he a GOAT. We already know that, and it's a great guy, man. Great guy, and I appreciate everything he done for me.
Awesome. Speaking of moments, anytime I get the opportunity to talk to somebody that's in the NFL, I like to ask this question because I think it's a special moment. Can you take us back to the day you were drafted and what that felt like and what impact that had on you? This culmination of your hard work is now paying off, and you're going to realize your dream. Can you just kind of tell us what that moment is?
It's one of them moments where a load it lift off you, but it go right back on you, if you know what I mean. It go back, it lift off you like, I made it, but back on you as, hey, this business. Now it's time you're on the spotlight now. It just ain't a playing game. So now you have to put on the stage. So again, I enjoyed every moment of it, but came back to reality like, hey, you got to go back to work. So, man, it was a blessing. Like I say, like you say, all the work finally paid off. Like finally, man, finally, you punch the ticket, you open that door, and you just go thinking back reminiscing about all of the work, the trials, the tribulations, things you came from, just the dark places and all the hard work you put into it is like relief, man. So it was one of those moments I couldn't believe. Was in shock for a couple of weeks.
Going back to your days in Tampa as a Bucs player, going into training camp and all that. I know you practiced against some of the best that were out there between Vincent Jackson and Mike Williams. R.I.P. to both. That was really tough. But going into training camp, who motivated you the most to be better out there besides Ronnie Barber, of course? Like, who gave you the most motivation the moment you stepped foot out there on the grass in training camp? As a player, when you first get there, it's always nervous when you're going in there first, like, oh my goodness, in the NFL, here we go. So, there was that one person looking out for you, give you some motivation. Like, who really, helped you out a lot when you were there?
EJ Biggers, another guy. EJ, that's my guy. I knew him before I got to Tampa. We kind of grew up together. So to have a guy like that, to already be there, it was kind of, hey, brother, this is how you do this. This required, this the standard here. And it just was right on time to have a guy, I grew up with, this show me the ropes as soon as I got in the door.
Yeah, that's all. I love EJ Biggers. He actually, his Instagram started following me today. I might have to reach out to EJ and see.
There you go. There you go.
He's OG, man. A blast from the past there. Still remember him. 31, I believe he was, if I remember correctly. So, yep, he's a fan favorite, as was Anthony Gaitor, fan favorite of the Bucs here. Speaking of fan favorite, who out of the two coaches, you still keep in touch with either of the Bucs coaches from Greg Schiano and Lovie Smith, and who did, up their game a little better? Who was more prepared on the coaching front, in your opinion, for the Bucs? Schiano or Lovie? How were both those guys viewed in the Bucs locker room?
You said how were them? You asked me how them guys were, the difference between the two.
Yep, and how were they viewed, both in your eyes and others' eyes? I know you and Coach Schiano, I believe, still keep in touch. Ain't that right?
Yeah, I still keep in touch with Schiano. I think all coaches have their own style of coaching. When it comes, especially in different how they run the organization. Now, when it comes to schemes, everything the same. Some guys might like to practice at this time, that time. So I think both of them guys were great coaches. They had their differences with whatever it was, but I think, we all fit for what we fit for in life. Whether it's here or there. I think it was one of the things where they had them, if things didn't work out, just go separate ways and find the next guy to keep it going. But like I said, it was great guys that, was trying their best to do the best they do for the organization. But it wasn't no different between. It was a little different, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, for all the heat that Schiano got in the media, I will say one of the proudest moments of being a Bucs fan was the gesture he made with Eric LeGrand and bringing him in and doing all that for his family. I thought that was a stand-up move. So I respect him for that.
That was awesome, man. That was awesome.
Yeah. So I often tell people that even if you have a bad leader, you can still learn something from them, right? Even if it's how not to do something. So
exactly, and that's why I say it's never always bad. There's always lessons out of it. I don't look at everything as bad. So
life is just a series of lessons, right?
That's all it is. So that's why I don't have an issue with it, no problem. I just learn, learn from different coaches and take what I want, take the good things about it, and move on from there.
So who would you say in all of your experiences that you've pulled the most from their style and have incorporated into how you coach?
Oh man, I got a couple of. I got my guy Jeff Collins, FIU. Raheem Moore, my boy Raw. I definitely got a lot from him. I learned a lot from him. And some of my high school coaches, how they coached us, but as far as that pro level in college, Jeff Collins and Raheem Moore.
No, no, absolutely great stuff. It's always good when you have those kind of people around you, helping you mentor you, get you ready for the coaching. But speaking of coaching, once your NFL days were pretty much over for as far as player wise, what got you into coaching? Like, did you get like a phone call from a former university or anything like that, or one of your friends? Like, what motivated you to go into coaching?
Oh man.
I know I'm throwing you tough questions.
You know what? It wasn't playing, man. It was all God playing right here because I had something totally different in mind, brother. And how it happened was I just was going to the when Mike McIntyre, when they announced Mike McIntyre the head coach at FIU, I was done playing, so I was just going to FIU to support, the FIU, and it just took off from there as a conversation. And that's how I took off, but it wasn't no someone called me or I was reaching out to anyone. Is God playing, brother. That's all I can tell you because that wasn't even a plan for me. My intentions are going there that day. It was just more, I'm off season, I'm not doing anything. We got a new head coach. Everybody excited about a new head coach. So just going to support.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the birthday boy Richard says, Coach Gaitor, how does a conversation go in telling a college kid whose dream is to play in the NFL that he doesn't have it? How do you approach that? Which is great, right? That's a great question because
that's an awesome question, man.
You were coach, when you were in the NFL, I don't know if you but you're in like the top 0.1% of the world, right? That's pretty impressive stuff.
I mean, like go back to what I said in the beginning. Just be honest. You got to be honest with these guys, man. And it is what it is. I mean, I could live with that myself, and that's all that really matters. I'm live with being honest with you, and I'm not down talking. I'm telling you the truth, and down the line you'll come back and thank me. And I'm not killing your dream. Hope you continue to do whatever you could do, but I just gotta live with telling the truth to the kid. That's how I just operate with it.
And I think, obviously I wasn't a college football player. You could tell by looking at me probably, but being an athlete growing up and coaching baseball, I think I learned the same, that being honest with these guys, especially from the coaching standpoint, because I manage a team, a high school team, and honesty is the best policy with these kids.
Man. Nowadays, man, just one little lie is over with, man. You done with the trust with these players.
Yeah, they lose trust in you, and there goes the locker room. And
there you go.
That's all it takes. And we are here with Coach Anthony Gaitor for a couple more minutes now. He was nice enough to give us almost an hour on the Buccateers, celebrating 50 seasons of Buccaneer football. Coach Gaitor, we had other great Bucs on before you. We had one a month pretty much. We had Super Bowl winning quarterback Brad Johnson from the 2002 season. We had James Canada, former defensive lineman, and we asked them both this question, and now it's your turn, my friend, since we are celebrating 50 years of Buc Ball. Favorite moment as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer? Could be anything from getting drafted, which is when I followed you and you followed me, and ever since then, we've stayed in touch, and that was awesome. So what's your favorite moment as a Buc, if you had to choose just one?
If I had to choose,
and you did get to wear the creamsicles, so it could be that too.
Man, them probably the best unis, man, right there. Them probably the best uni I put on right there.
Did you keep it?
No, I don't. I don't have that jersey. I don't, man. I don't. Them the best one, I'm telling you. But best moment, I really don't. I don't, man. And I'm not talking about the game, but if we had a best moment, it was just being around them guys, man. Just especially
the brotherhood.
Yeah, the brotherhood to lead EJ, Amar Black, Clay, Mark Barron, the guys we got, Mason Foster, a lot of them guys, Bowers, just to be. I still could talk to them guys, but I think it was more than just building that brotherhood and that friendship with them guys that this lasts forever than the moment we were just creating on the field that they gone already.
Right. I will kind of to build off that. So you've had the opportunity to play in the NFL, and now you're coaching guys that want to be in the NFL. So if you had to choose what brings you more joy, Was it intercepting a ball in the NFL, or is it coaching a kid on something that he needs to improve on, and then seeing that transition and him take it on and do it on the field? Which one brings you more happiness?
I think just coaching a kid and seeing them, execute what you taught them. I mean, that especially when they have never done it before and they try something new and believe it and trust your coaching in them and the technique. I think that's where the joy comes from, knowing that you're building that trust factor with this kid. They able to know he doing because he trusts you, willing to switch his technique up for you because he believed that whatever you tell him that it's gonna work. So yeah, them be the moment where you be like, now there we go, you got it.
Right, great, yeah. Thank you.
I will say this, Coach. When we're talking about creamsicles, I'm not sure if you're aware or not. The Bucs plan on dropping next Tuesday the Nets creamsicle throwback jersey, but it's going to be the away jerseys from '76.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting, So I just want to get your opinion on the creamsicles, because some Bucs fans get weary.
He said they were the best, man. He said they were the best.
That's what I felt. But some Bucs fans with Bucs fans, and they go and say, don't want to wear them ugly. They're bad luck. I think it's pretty dope bringing back some of the past and stuff. And you got to wear the creamsicle, and now they're going to come with the all white, back in the day, 76 jersey. So what's your opinion on that?
I didn't see them yet, so I can't have an opinion on it. Until I see them, then I'll be like, okay, stay with the cream, stay with the other ones.
But then I'll tell you what. I mean, how you feel about throwback jerseys? Throwbacks back in the day, because a lot of people like that too. I mean,
I like it. I like it, man. You get to see the tradition. How it look, and it bring back memories too. Especially if you a guy who played Matt a long time, you like. I remember the uniform, especially New England Patriots. They was the man and helmet. So no, I like them. I think that's nice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you.
That's great stuff. Love the throwbacks. Last time around the horn here with the great coach Anthony Gaitor of FIU. Also spent the summer with Jacksonville Jaguars and Liam Cohen, former Buccaneer, CFL champion. Coach Gaitor, you also got to play with Darrelle Revis a little bit in 2013. Revis spent one season with the Bucs. We talked a little bit about Rondé, and I know Darrelle Revis wasn't at his best when he was a Buccaneer. Could be schemes, could be coming back from injury, but you played next to greatness a lot.
Yeah.
And, what does that have to say, playing next to a guy? We talked about Rondé earlier. Now kind of give our, what was it like going to battle with Darrelle Revis?
Man, you Ronnie, you got no choice but to become it, man. You getting all that knowledge from him, and all you do is just soak it up, man. You just soak it and listen and watch, and see how, things they doing. That's how I kind of, took it when I was around them type of guys. Just soak up the game, and ask questions, because you really don't have the opportunity to be in a prison all the time. So I did it as much as I can, and the good thing about it, both of them guys we're talking about, they was willing to share it, willing to help, and willing to, do whatever in their power to give me what I needed. So them moments you never take for granted. You appreciate that because they have to. When you see it, a lot of guys don't do it, and you be like, okay, but the guys who do it, you don't take them for granted, man.
That's awesome. It's good to hear, because you always hear those stories, like you said, of guys that are like, it's not my job to coach this other guy, So yeah. That's good to hear. I wasn't going to ask you, but J-Lo broke the bubble on a uniform question, so I'm going to ask you one here since you played in them. The alarm clock jerseys, right? The ones that most people hate. I love them. They're my favorite.
Which one is them? I don't know which one is them.
It was when you were number 30, Anthony.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. I don't know if you can. I got a whole wall here. I got a whole wall of them, and like I said, they're my favorites. What were the players' opinions on them, and did any other opposing team ever talk shit to you for wearing the jersey? Because most Bucs fans think they were the worst and most hideous uniform of all time.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I wasn't.
Oh man,
I'm
you're
sorry,
killing
brother.
me.
Listen, bro, I gotta be honest with you. Nah.
Anybody ever say anything really funny to you on the field about him?
Nah, I never had nobody. We as players, we were like, nah, this ain't the swag. This ain't the swag.
Oh man,
Nah.
I'm never gonna hear the end of it now.
I mean, I got the concept of what it was trying to look like, but nah, I wasn't a fan of them.
All right. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. That's all right. Thank you.
Don't feel bad, Coach. I didn't like their alarms either. So I mean, I know the color rush. The color rush was fired. That I will throw out there. The color rush, I did like the all red. That was probably the closest thing I liked when it came to the alarm clock numbers. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I will ask. I don't know if you keep up with the Bucs now, if you do or not. But
Well, he went to high school with Levante, so.
Thank you. I didn't know that, but now I do. Thank you for the
Yeah.
education.
That's my guy.
Well, since we're on the subject of Levante David, him going into another season, could be his last, we don't know. But just seeing that man play still at a high level, his leadership. I mean, to me, some people are really judging him for not being a first ballot Hall of Famer. I personally think he should be because his numbers speak alone. Yes, he had some rough years at first, and you were part of the team too. Tell me about how you feel about Levante David. I mean, do you feel he is a first ballot Hall of Famer?
We all know, man. It's all the numbers, man. Just go back to the numbers. The numbers speak for itself. I think that shouldn't even be a conversation right now. You know, that great guy. I mean, like I say, playing style. Who doing it at his level? Who doing it right now at his age, at that type of speed? He's doing it like we're doing what LeBron doing right now. He's doing what LeBron doing. I mean, so
good company.
No doubt
Good
about
company.
it. Yeah, first ballot Hall of Fame, no doubt about it.
And is LeBron still your favorite? Real quick, I remember, Coach, back in the day when you first got to Tampa, is J.C. Allen, Toy Pelaez, and Tope Daddy are in the chat as well. But Coach, is that still your favorite player? The GOAT, one of the GOATs, LeBron. I think MJ's the GOAT, but we could have that debate on another day.
I told you, I said LeBron was my favorite.
Or well, I know he was one. The Heat were your favorite at one point when LeBron.
Right, I probably did. I probably did because he was at Miami, but LeBron not my favorite. And I probably said that, but I'm MJ guy.
Yes.
There we go. That's the right answer.
I'm sorry for assuming. I just remember.
Yeah, I probably said that at the time that he was brought up. I probably misspoke, but yeah.
You probably did, and I just remember 2012, 13 Twitter Anthony Gaitor.
Right, you know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was on the heavy, but I'm an MJ guy.
Hey, well, there we go. I'm glad we could agree on the real GOAT. And Coach Gaitor, before we let you go, just want to bring up a couple other incredible things from your career. I posted the highlights earlier. 2 pick sixes in one game in the CFL. That's incredible. Winning a championship in the CFL. And then at the level of high school, you played with 6 or 7 fellow teammates and ended up making it to the NFL. You were one of those guys as well. So just an incredible career, an incredible resume. And as I said, you could bring up so many statistics from college football pass game defensive stats last year. FIU is at the top of the stat sheets in a ton of them. So, Coach Gaitor, you're going to keep doing incredible things, brother. Any last words you would like to say for the podcast, for the people listening, or anything that you just might want to say about FIU, Jacksonville, Tampa, whatever it might be, brother?
First off, I want to say shout out to my guys right here. Thanks for having me, man. Them family, they know anytime they want me to get on, we on, man. So I appreciate you guys for even taking the time out and making this thing happen. But Tony, I don't really say too much, man. I'm not a talkative guy, man. Just just congrats on the wedding, my guy. When it comes to the show, man, wish nothing but the best. And I was thinking about this earlier. I'm like, man, I see this thing about five, maybe a little earlier than that on the big stage, but we're going to continue to do what you do. But I love what you're doing. I love what you guys doing, man. And like I say, wish nothing but the best, man. And anything I can do to support it. I'm here, my guy. I'm here for you.
I can't believe it's been that long ago, but you were on a run to the playoffs in 2020. You were on a lot of the pregame shows. You were picking the Bucs. You kept picking the Bucs. You were on our Super Bowl show, but time flies, Coach Gaitor. You were one of the day ones of the Buccateers. So forever a brother of ours, forever our favorite guest of the Buccateers.
I appreciate you, my guy.
Zach, I'll let you say your quick goodbyes before I start tearing up emotionally here a little bit.
No, man, it was great to meet you and get to talk to you a little bit and hear what your experiences are. And I appreciate your honesty and your openness, and look forward to having you back.
Oh, well, definitely. I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate it, Zach.
Thank you.
J-Lo?
No, nice to finally meet you. I see you in the pod as a fan of the Buccateers, and then Tones brought me in. So been looking forward to chopping it up, talking football with you, man. Best of luck to you this coming season. I'll be rooting for you, brother. All the success in the world for you, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Thanks. Like I say, man, I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate talking to you guys, man. Anytime, let's chat it up, man. All Tone got to do is just shoot the text, and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah, we know you're a little busy, and we know you'll be a little busy this coming fall when you get into a bowl game. But when that's said and done, when the dust settles,
man, listen here, man. I'm never too busy for you, my brother. Listen here, all you got to do is shoot the text, man. We gonna make it happen. You fall in the priority category. You family, brother. So all you gotta do is it might be you gotta set the date 2 weeks in advance, but we gonna set a date though.
Hey, we'll set a date for sure, brother. That's awesome stuff. We got to keep up with you throughout the season, man. We're gonna be FIU fans. You best believe if you make a bowl game, I'm coming to that one as well. Okay.
Hey, tickets too. Shoot me a ticket. I got 3 of y'all tickets. Let me know, and I have tickets ready for y'all. Penn State versus FIU.
Wow, that is beautiful. I'll be there. I'm making sure of that now. I'll get my ass down there. That's for sure.
One condition. Can we put some FIU gear on, please?
Oh, I still got the
okay, just making sure we're on the same page.
I was actually supposed to wear the pinkish shirt, the black one with the pink on it that you sent me. I was gonna wear that today, but I don't know. My head's a little foggy.
See me, Zach. You see me your side, J-Lo. You see me your side T-shirt. So we support. So we have no excuses why we're not FIU down.
All right, absolutely.
Okay. All right,
absolutely.
That'll be our official team of the Buccateers this year, Florida International.
There we go.
Coach Gaitor, nothing but the best to you, and I hope your wife and kids are doing well as well, my friend. Beautiful family you have. So, brother, you're welcomed on anytime. Welcome back anytime. My family wishes you well. Just the last parting gift. I don't know if you know any Bucs secondary members, but real quick, just a name if you have one. Who you looking forward to? Is it Winfield? Is it Tyke Smith? Is it one of the rookies?
Shador.
Shador.
Shiloh.
Him.
Shiloh. Hey.
I'm sorry. Shiloh. Shiloh.
No, that's wonderful. And I love him already. He's making his presence felt. His YouTube's incredible. He's eating all over.
I'm excited to see him play because I think he's going to be a phenomenal guy.
He's doing all the right things, man. Saying all the right things. He's putting the work in.
Really good. He's going to be really good.
He's looking like a good teammate too, man. I just like his attitude so far here in Tampa. I can't agree more with my brothers here.
Yeah, I like him, man. He got the size, and I like his mentality.
He knows how to be humble and put his head down and have fun. I heard him on his YouTube the other day. He made a car joke about Shador driving because Shador got a ticket. So, he likes to have fun with it. But that's an incredible answer. I love Shiloh, and I can't wait to see what he does. And Coach Gaitor, I can't wait to see what you do, leading that defense once again to a top 10, top 15 finish in not only your conference, but the land of Division I college football, which is like 150 teams in it. So crazy stuff there. But Coach Gaitor, you got 3 fans right here and a lot more with my family and all the listeners, brother. We wish you the best. Thanks for spending a couple extra minutes here. Much love, brother. I love you, my man, and we'll talk to you soon. Hope to have you back soon.
I appreciate you. Love you too, my brother.
Thank you,
As
sir.
always, Coach Gaitor. That was incredible stuff. The great Coach Gaitor there, ending out our Legends of the Fall tour. Maybe we could get EJ Biggers on, as he did just start following me on Instagram as well. But there we go. We got Richard and Trisha saying thank you guys. Thank you, Coach. We got JC Allen's last minute question in as well. So we'll see. we'll see what happens here. But J-Lo, final word for the show, brother. That was a lot of fun. Brad Johnson, James Canada, Anthony Gaitor. When we planned this, fellas, shout out to Zach and J-Lo and all the Buccateers for helping put this together. But when we planned this, it started by planning Brad, and then we're like, hey, let's get other Bucs involved. James got involved. Coach Gaitor got involved. Has been punter weaned out, but that's okay. But other than that, it's been awesome times here. But J-Lo, final word on maybe the final stop of the Legends of the Fall Tour? Hopefully not.
I don't think so. I think we got a couple more cooking up. I mean, now they're starting to, come up with DJ Biggers. We'll see what happens. But getting to know Coach Gaitor, man, what's so real? I mean, from watching him as a fan before I came on as part of the Buccateers and talking to him on live podcast right now, it's just amazing. Dude's incredible. Hopefully I'll get to meet him one day, because scheduling is kind of tough. We're all in different areas of the United States here. But long story short, it was great, man. Like I said, I think we'll get more on. And shout out to all the supporters watching, tonight. Appreciate all the comments. At the end of the day, we're doing this for y'all, man. We wouldn't be here because of y'all showing your support. So thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yeah, before we get the great Bucs by 30, Zach Johnson's final word here, I just want to say a couple quick stories about how great of a person Anthony Gaitor is, Coach Gaitor, and off the field a little bit. Like I said, the night he got drafted, way back when, it was a while ago now, the 2012 NFL draft, 7th round pick. I'll never forget it like it's yesterday, because I do follow the Bucs. As soon as they get drafted, one of the fans that follow the player on Twitter, Instagram, and all that fun stuff, right? So as soon as Gaitor got drafted, I followed it. Next thing I know, moments later, the great Anthony Gaitor made sure to follow me back, and ever since then, we had an incredible friendship. I went to visit Bucs training camp a summer later. I remember he said, come on the field. So I'm going on the field. Security's like, hold up, no fan on the field. And Anthony Gaitor's like, no, he's on the field. I'm letting him. So then security let me. I got to go on one Bucs field. We took a picture together. He ended up sending me his gloves, or the ones back there from that training camp. Pretty cool stuff. And then when my uncle was battling cancer, sadly lost the battle, but he kept praying. He didn't even know my uncle, but he kept praying on Twitter, praying that the man would pull through. Just incredible guy. I mean, who is it for him to make a friend of me? And I'll always hold that in high regard, and that's why I'm blessed to have him, also Canada, Brad Johnson, and Anthony Gaitor. Just this whole tour was incredible. And these athletes are greater than just athletes, right? They're great human beings as well. We heard stories from James Canada, Brad Johnson, and now Anthony Gaitor that just amplify how good of human beings they are. Mr. Zach, what's your final words, brother?
Absolutely, man. He was such a great guy. You could just tell that he's authentic, from the invitations to the offering to put us in the FIU gear. Just seemed like
that was awesome, man.
Yeah, just like a really good guy. So it was awesome to have him on. And this experiment that we've embarked on has been amazing, considering that we kind of put it together with some Elmer's glue and a couple of Band-Aids. But you know what, it worked. And I'm looking forward to what we do when we have some preparation time in it, right? So stay tuned. Like and subscribe, turn those notifications on so you don't miss anything. Make sure you're checking your socials so that you can see what we're up to, because we're in the trenches. We're looking for content to bring to you guys, and we hoping you enjoy it, right? We're trying to do something different that nobody else is doing, because there's a lot of rinse and repeat.
Absolutely, there is. And Zach, I think you said it perfectly on all fronts. We're just getting started here. We got a lot of good stuff coming this fall, especially. We're going to be having 4 to 5 shows a week. That's not a mistake. Some of them are going to be short and sweet. Some of them are going to be Tampa local stories. Some of them are going to be memorabilia talk. It's going to be crazy. You don't want to miss it, though. And we know about super chats and subscriptions, but we'll get to that fun stuff. We're just here right now having fun with y'all. I'm still doing my studying and all that. So we do appreciate the subscriptions, the super chats, and we're going to get more and more and more into the great great stuff behind the Buccateers. The best is yet to come. We're just getting started. Don't be late to the party. Subscribe today. Be an original. As Zach said, a lot of copy and paste out there, but where in the hell would you hear stories all the way from Canada, Brad Johnson, Anthony Gaitor? No, I haven't even seen anyone else honoring the 50th season of the Bucs like we are, which is okay. But, we're digging into the background story. Actually, the Bucs YouTube page has done a great job of honoring 50 seasons. But other than that, haven't really seen a lot of love. So we'll continue to do so, damn it. And again, I'm not looking for credit. I'm not looking for anything. But we were talking about the damn white creamsicles being possible right here in March. I continued the tweets up through May. And now it looks like it's happening. So we're going to have a white creamsicle special as well next week, next Wednesday. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking all jerseys, all uniforms. I think you guys know Zach and I might be excited for that one. But fellas, any last words or thoughts before we bounce out on this fun Wednesday?
Nah, I mean, great show, fellas. Great show. Like I said, like you just mentioned, Tones, well said. We're just getting started. And it's going to be fun come football season. So everybody tune in and like and subscribe. Please follow us.
Zach?
Everybody just stay tuned.
Just stay tuned. It's like wrestling. And now we got AEW coming on in a matter of moments. So stay tuned to AEW as their biggest show of the year. Is
pay-per-view this weekend.
Yep, in Texas, Globe Life Field at a baseball stadium. That'll be a ton of damn fun to watch. So on behalf of J-Lo, Bucs by 30, Tampa Tones, Joey Nips, and the rest of the Buccateers that couldn't make it, and of course the great Anthony Gaitor, Coach Gaitor, Jaguars coach, FIU coach, former Bucs DB, Canadian football champion. Incredible time, incredible stories, and all the people listening tonight: Trisha, Richard, Abraham, Olivia, JC Allen, Tope, everybody else who joined. Richard says, watch Superman. Might have to. Richard might damn have to. But guys, have a great Wednesday. Thanks again, Anthony Gaitor, Coach Gaitor, for hanging with us and celebrating 50 seasons of Bucs Ball. Until Saturday, about 10:30 a.m. Eastern, we'll be back. Not all of us, but some of us. We'll be back here on the Buccateers. Until next time, catch the instant replay on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Facebook, anywhere where you can find podcasts or videos. We are the Buccateers. We'll be back. Fire the damn cannons. Until next time, thank you so much.
Go Bucs.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, say it ain't so, Coe. Say it ain't so. Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game. But it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, hey, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, that's just so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron Show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little.
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, dang, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, and still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make us do it?
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers at wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we